Questions for Liverpool after another demoralising defeat, this time to a title rival in Manchester City. Is it game over in their title defence? And is the failure to integrate major signings causing their current crisis? We'll get to those shortly, but first, here's what happened. Lively start to this one. Less than 10 minutes into the game, Jeremy Doku was caught by Ashvili. Referee Chris Kavanagh didn't give anything, but changed his mind after he went to the screen. Since the start of the 2023-24 season, no keeper has saved more penalties in Europe's Big Five leagues than Ashvili, and he kept this one out, denying Erling Haaland, but the Norwegian did find the back of the net just before the half hour.
Haaland's up! One way or another, he always impacts. Manchester City lead Liverpool.
Liverpool responded well and thought they'd equalised. Virgil van Dijk with this header, but the linesman flagged for offside and the decision was confirmed by VAR. Andy Robertson deemed to be interfering with play from an offside decision. And things got worse for Liverpool just before half-time.
Nico Gonzalez, 2-0. Drilled and deflected, and Manchester City in a very good place.
It's so poor, and Van Dijk, I mean, he just stands there and lets it hit him. Really strange.
Liverpool improved after the break, but a brilliant strike by Jeremy Doku sealed the win for City.
Doku!
Wow.
Oh, glorious! It's a simply beautiful goal from Jeremy Doku, who has glittered the afternoon long.
Dream day for Pep Guardiola on his 1,000th match in management, but big concerns for Arne Slot and Liverpool, who are 8 points off the top now. With all the new players to arrive at Liverpool over the summer, record signing Alexander Isak was an unused substitute, although he's not yet fully fit. Milos Kerkez also stayed on the bench. Jeremy Frimpong is injured, but Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz did start. And the £116 million signing did not impress Gary Neville.
We've been tiptoeing around him, haven't we, for a few months, around the fact that he's young, he's coming to a new country, but he's 120 million quid. You're going to have to stand up soon. I mean, he's obviously got something. He's a really good player. He's technically fantastic. But he's been mauled out there today by Núñez and by others. He's been chucked around the pitch. I said a few weeks ago about Kerkez that he looks like a little boy out there. Today I thought Wirtz looked like a little boy. And that can't be the case. You know, he's a German international of great standing, and he looks well short in respect of what you'd expect in a top physical Premier League match.
Right, good morning to Tim Sherwood. Is Liverpool's biggest problem that failure to integrate the new players?
Well, it's one of their problems. They've got a few problems at the moment, obviously. Integration of new players always a problem in the Premier League because it is the toughest league in the world, and it's a culture shock for many players last season. But like you say, integration of new players, unless they get it right very, very soon, there's no title for them this year.
Well, yeah, you say it's not over just yet. It is the subject of one of our polls this morning. Is it game over for Liverpool in the title race? And 77% are saying that yes, it is. And here's another one for you, Tim. They've lost 5 Premier League games so far. I know it's only November, but no Premier League winner has ever lost more than 6 games in a 38-game season. Now, they've had no draws. OK, so that helps. Yeah. The rest have all been wins. Yeah. But when you say it's not over yet, it could be quite soon.
Absolutely, very soon, very soon. I mean, you do. First and foremost, do we think Arsenal can? What are we talking about? 8 points now. Can Arsenal lose 3 games between now and the end of the season? Of course they can. Of course they can. Can Liverpool go unbeaten between now and the end of the season? No. So they're going to have to lose more games. Arsenal. I don't see them doing that. I don't see Arsenal losing 5 or 6 games between now and the end of the season. I really don't in the Premier League. So it's very close, if not impossible for them now.
And especially when you've got in between that, you've got Manchester City and Chelsea as well, who are now up to 3rd. Liverpool's, you said that integrating the new players was one of their problems. At the start of the season, we talked about they might lack a bit of depth in defence.
Yeah.
Is defence their biggest problem, or is attack just as much of a problem?
Or bit of both really. I don't think Van Dijk, for me, is a top draw player, leader of the club. He hasn't been great this season. He really hasn't. And Konate's even worse. He's been very poor. Fullbacks they've missed. They've got new fullbacks. They haven't settled either. Gravenberch has been missing in the 6th position. He's back now. We thought he was back. We thought they were back to not their best, but it was certainly an improvement. We played against Aston Villa and they beat Real Madrid. Gives anyone a lift, to be able to do that. But they got put to the sword yesterday. That was a statement win from Man City to say, just a reminder, guys, we are still here, and they look very, very good, and they're doing it without Rodri. It's incredible the performance what they had. Some individual performances which I know we're going to get onto later on in the show, but for Liverpool, it's not right at the moment, and no one can really, even including Arne Slot, can put their finger on just one thing. It's an accumulation of things, unfortunately, for them, and it's probably going to be a bridge too far for them to win the Premier League this season. But not impossible. I will never say impossible for a team who won it with a month to spare last year.
Well, Sky Sports have partnered with Finalysis, an app where passionate fans share their opinions on their club. If you want to represent your club, scan that QR code or visit the Sky Sports app for more details. We're joined by Liverpool fan Lewis Anderson now. Lewis, what was your reaction to that defeat and how deflated are you this morning?
I'm deflated like a flat balloon. I thought we'd just come back into it. We just got 2 wins, Real Madrid. We're thinking, all right, we've gone through our bad patch. We're going to do something now. Listen, you can lose away at Man City. Some of the best Liverpool teams have lost away at Man City. Klopp's team that got 98 points, whatever. It can happen, but to lose like that, we were so toothless. Yeah. It's like we forgot to put in our dentures. We couldn't do anything. We tried to be defensive in the first half. So if you're going to be defensive, either be a low block or press high. We kind of didn't do either one of those things, and we were just kind of passive. Yeah. And also another thing what I'll say is, last season Slot got a lot of credit for coming out, changing things for the second half and doing really well in the second half, yeah? Which is cool, but why do we keep playing so bad in the first half?
How much you said you were toothless there. How much does that surprise you? Because when you looked at your squad at the start of the season, that was certainly not an area you were expecting to be a problem.
No, you know what? At the start of the season, obviously, we don't really usually spend money like that. So I was happy, like, okay, we're showing a bit of intent. But when we missed out on that Guehi deal, we spent so much money in other positions. But centre-back was a big hole for us, a big, big hole. So I know Guehi had a season left and they wanted to save a bit of money. But if you're spending 120 mil on Isaac, 150 mil on Wirtz, and then you're trying to save 4 mil on Guehi, it's like, we needed the strikers, but we definitely needed a centre-back. And even, sorry to say one more thing. So remember, a couple of seasons ago, we tried to sign Caicedo, defensive mid, yeah? Because we had Fabinho, his legs fell off. We didn't have a defensive mid, so we signed Endo as a stopgap. But we still haven't replaced Fabinho till now. So, like, it's just, yes, we spent a lot of money, but we didn't cover all the bases that needed covering.
I don't think we ever expected Konate to be as bad as he's actually been. Even yesterday, Pep's thought about this and he's thinking, you know what, don't let Virgil come out with the ball. Our pressing victim has to be Konate. They were letting him have the ball, and as soon as he had the ball, they just smelt blood and they went and got it. And you couldn't get out. You talk about, toothless going forward. You couldn't get a ball through the lines to get forward because they were starting with that man. Give him the ball and they just preyed on him. And unfortunately, he couldn't stand up.
He couldn't. And it's sad. I don't understand how you could spend all your life training and playing football and not be able to pass the ball from defence into midfield. Like, we've lost Trent, yeah? Everybody was banging on about, Trent can't defend, but Trent could get the ball in defence and play it into midfield or play it even into attack. Konate needs dropping like a hot stone from a very great height. If he wants to go Real Madrid, if his head's in Real Madrid, then let his body follow. Because what he's doing at the moment...
But why isn't Joe Gomez getting the game? Is Joe Gomez fit? Why is he not even given the game?
Yeah, come on.
Honestly, it's got to the point where I don't even know. We saw him in the cup against Southampton. Was it against Crystal Palace, and he was terrible. But he was playing with like all the kids. He was surrounded by like teenagers. Probably never played with before. And he's like, at this point, Gomez has to play, or who would I replace him with? Obviously, if Gahey even still wants to come, he has to come. But I honestly believe in the top 10, there's probably one centre back in each of the top 10 teams that could take Konate's place, how he's playing at the moment. I don't know what's gone wrong. Obviously, I've never played at this level, but I don't understand how you could go from where he was last season to, it's like when Torres went Chelsea and just his brain just switched off. Yeah, that's what it's like at the moment.
It's confidence. From where you're talking, you don't believe, do you? It's not happening this year for you, is it?
This year? Oh, no. I'm not going to lie. I lost faith a little while ago. We definitely can't win it. If we could get a cup, still pick up a cup and get in it, like people saying top 4, I do still think we're the 3rd best team, but Arsenal and Man City. We showed Man City yesterday. This isn't even the great Man City. We actually made them look brilliant. Yeah. Oh, it hurt. I don't believe this season. It's not happening.
Right. Okay, Lewis, thank you.
Thanks, Lewis.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Really poor. Yeah. Why?
Not really poor, or they were really good. That didn't lead to a lot of chances, but they were dominating the game. They were better than us. We were having a lot of trouble to bring the ball out from the back, so we lost it too early, and then they started playing again. That didn't lead to chance after chance after chance. And even if you then look back at the goals, the first one was a cross from them, which we were in the right position. We were a little bit maybe unlucky with the deflection of Ibu. 2-0 set piece. And in the meantime, we've also conceded a penalty because the VAR overturned the decision from the referee.
Yeah. What did you make of that? I know it doesn't really matter because they didn't score it, but thoughts on that?
In the moment, you try to make it as clear as possible. Is it obvious and clear that this is a wrong decision? The only thing I could also see was that there was contact. I cannot disagree on that. But after the contact, he was able to put his foot in exactly the position he wanted to put his foot into. So, these are moments sometimes VARs or sometimes referee give a penalty for this. So you cannot talk too long about that.
Do you feel overall, Arne, as you go into this international break, like a manager with a lot to fix? I know you had the 2 wins, but it's 7 defeats in 10. A lot to fix in terms of performance level, a lot to fix in terms of integrating fully some of the new signings who maybe don't still look like they're, fully part of this.
No, I don't know if that's the situation. It's been a very good start of the week with a very bad end of the week. But City away is, like you started this interview, for everyone a difficult game, including for us. Last season we were able to win here because we scored a set piece going 1-0 up, and then we had to defend really hard afterwards. Today, I don't think, apart from that decision, and maybe it was ever going to be our game, you would never know what have happened after 1-1. But in general, they were the better team, and we need to improve. That's what we know, but I didn't need this game to know this. But I liked, if there's anything to like today, was our second half performance, because teams that sometimes struggle, teams that go 3-0 down over here, they gave up, but that's not what I saw. I saw a team that was trying to come back into the game. We had moments to do so, but it wasn't enough today. That's clear.
Lastly, managers will often say things like, you can't win the league in November, but you can lose it. 8 points back. Does it feel lost, or does it feel like there's still a lot to play for?
Now, last season when we were 8 points clear, it never felt as if it was done already. But I don't think at this moment of time, as a Liverpool manager, we should talk about the number 1 position. We should focus on our own performance. That needs to be better. But this week gave me a lot of positives to take into the games we're going to face after the international break. And it's clear that in moments of this you could focus only on the negatives, but there were a lot of positives in this week as well.
Thank you, Arne.
You're welcome.